Let's go next to Colin from Portland. Now, is it Portland, Maine, or is it Portland, Oregon, Colin? And
Hey,
Colin,
David.
hey, how are you?
Oh, good. You can hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Awesome. It's Portland, Oregon.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I'm a longtime listener, first time caller.
Appreciate that.
And I've got a lot of questions, but I've got one that I wanted to ask you. I wanted to ask you about Ron DeSantis.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I'm in that group that thinks he could be more dangerous than Trump,
Okay.
just based on some of the things some of the research I've done on him. But I have a question for you. Why do you think he's so reluctant to talking about his military history?
I didn't know that he was. In what sense is he reluctant? This is the first time hearing of that.
Well, I've seen some interviews with him in the past where he's just kind of avoided or dodged the questions about his military history.
Oh,
And
interesting.
then yeah, and I actually listened to another podcast with it was kind of like a military veteran left progressive podcast, and they were talking to people. They're actually talking to somebody who was at Guantanamo Bay,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how he remembers Ron DeSantis in his involvement at Gitmo, and how he was, basically a despicable person.
Yeah.
And he goes into some detail about things that he supposedly did that was very hard to hear. And yeah, no, it was just weird. And then after that, I guess he did a tour in Fallujah, which was kind of like special ops, and they didn't really talk much about it. So I was just curious because I think there's a lot that is kind of still yet to be known about
It
him.
sounds like it. I have to tell you, I am not an expert in Ron DeSantis, although I agree with you that I think he has the potential to be more dangerous than Trump, but I'll have to look into the military service thing. I just don't know enough about it. People are suggesting maybe he had a disciplinary record or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's investigate. Let's figure it out.
Yeah, because it sounds he was basically a JAG officer, which was basically a military lawyer,
Right.
and he was there to kind of oversee the day-to-day kind of torture, basically.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, that's my question, and I just emailed you about the studio overlay help actually too, because I'm a graphic designer.
Oh,
Here,
good.
so.
And you have experience doing overlays.
Yes,
That's
yes,
good.
I do. So
That's
yeah,
good. All right, we'll get it. We'll be in touch then for sure.
Sounds great. Thanks, David.
All right, Colin from Portland continues moving us along very, very strongly here on the first town hall of the year.